You have to take Hamilton off the field goal team after he stepped on Graham's last kick, like the biggest no-no you can have, right?
Yeah, I got to talk to Devery about that. Yeah, keep them big 16s off our kicker's foot. Nah, Devery's doing a good job. So, and yeah, we got to keep the kicker healthy for sure.
What happened on the block? They blocked. I guess we're going to piggyback. What happened on the block field goal?
They blocked it. Just, they did a good job. I mean, traditionally they've always had a really good field goal rush team, and they did a good job schematically what they're doing. We knew exactly what they were going to do. It's just the execution part of it. We got some guys in there that young guys in there that are trying to work through it, but it's just. Every rep's a new rep for some of these guys. So we just got to make sure they understand what we're doing and how we're trying to do it and just execute better.
Was it a scheme thing, Coach, or just somebody just beat one-on-one?
No, it was a scheme. Like they do a good job of moving guys and trying to get you to fire out, and they accomplish their goal.
On the long punt return, was that as simple as the gunner lost contain, or was it more to it than that?
Yeah, a lot of things happened on that punt return. Really good punt by Jamie, 41 yards, 5-2 hang. I mean, we should have been standing down there waiting for the ball to come down. But just got to keep the ball leveraged, keep it inside and front. I mean, you've seen the guy. The kid is super, super talented. I don't think I've ever seen anybody accelerate up the sideline like that. He's scary fast. So we knew we were going to have issues dealing with him because he's super, super talented. But again, we have to be able to play better in space and be able to leverage the ball and stack blockers so we don't get potentially hit in the back at the point of attack. But we got to do a better job.
How do you think Richie's doing as a punt return?
He's doing fine. I mean, the opportunities that he's gotten, especially the last couple of weeks, he did a good job. The last two he had, the one on the sideline. That was a great punt by Anger. I mean, it's 2 inches from the sideline as he's running towards it. And then the one in the plus area, he felt like the punter mishit the ball and he thought he could steal some yardage. So, I'm never going to question him because he makes pretty good decisions back there. But, I mean, prior to this game, he was averaging almost, I think, 13, 14 yards return. So all opportunities will come, and we just got to take advantage of them.
Graham, you just say keep on going? Yeah.
I mean, it's – it is, and I've said this 100 times, about Graham. It's a blessing to have a guy like that you can depend on, and he is starting to figure it out. Year 13, 14, whatever it is, he's kind of in his groove right now, and the guys trust him. Obviously, the head coach trusts him, and he's doing a good job. Just got to keep working to get better.
What's the yard line that Gary's allowed to catch a kickoff at and take it back?
It just depends. Depends on the game. It's sometimes we might line them up -3 and tell them, hey, look, if it's in front of you, let's go. Sometimes we put our heels on the goal line. It just depends on the situation and what's going on, how the game's flowing, and their kicker a lot of times. What's the hang time? All those. There's just a bunch of different things that go along with it that make us come up with a decision whether or not we're going to bring it out or leave it in.
Jamie get a gold star on his tackle.
Yeah. He's making too many tackles. And that's the thing. Like Jamie needs to focus on punting, and the coverage teams need to work on tackling and focus on tackling. And obviously we don't want the specialists making a whole bunch of damn tackles. So, I mean, that's something obviously a little frustrated with, but we just got to get better. We're a process-driven organization. We got a bunch of new guys out there, and, you're going to fail your way to success. You can't talk about the process, not being able to be willing to go through the process. So that's just part of it. We got to get better. We got to keep, these young guys got to come along. They got to make more plays. Our good players got to play well. They got to make plays. So that's what we're working towards.
Let's take two more. I think it would have been like 65 yards. Was there any talk there, or was that too far?
Yeah, I think we were going into the wind, so it probably wasn't a realistic thing. And we got to realize too, we all think Graham's Superman, but the franchise record here is 58 yards, and Aldridge had that a couple of years ago. So if you got the wind to your back, we've seen Graham, hit the ball a long way, but I mean, we're talking about 65 degrees at night. It ain't 95 degrees in Charlotte. You know what I mean? So it's the ball doesn't, you can't compress it. It's not going to go as far. You got a little wind. So, you know, all those different factors you got to take into account as you're coming up with that decision.
Is his foot all right?
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine.